Raptors Talk. I'm here with the homies Jay and Figs. We're gonna quickly talk about this week's NBA games, react to them, and predict what the 8th seed in the West is going to be looking like. So let me start off with last night's game. Raptors. As a Raptors fan, we took a big fat L. I ordered some nuggets, and I ate them in a corner.
You know, I really respect you. I respect you as a man because you took it upon yourself. You was like, okay, you know, I'm going to go first, and I'm going to speak on it so they can't get at me. Guess what? We still going to get at me.
We still going to
get at me.
I'm going to be like DC Young Fly. Bring that ass here, boy.
Yeah. It was a nice gesture, though. I respect it. You ain't saying.
I respect you, but you about to get this work. So Fred VanVleet was the leading scorer for the Raptors last night. Where was Kyle? Where was Pascal? Where was OG Anunoby? What happened?
Apparently, Kyle was at room 836 looking for Aaron Gordon.
Facts. 1836.
Yeah.
Kyle was out here in these streets trying to throw hands. Now, here's the next question. As a coach who is, coach of the year eligible, at the end of the third quarter when the score is 91-57, you would think, right, that you would say, all right, you know what? Let's mix it up. Let's do something different. Just nothing? Huh? What I felt last night, it looked like Nick needed a nurse. You know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it was bad, bro.
Y'all got Jason Tatum it looked like he rubbed his nuts on the ball, and all the Raptors were afraid to touch it because the amount of turnovers I saw in the third quarter was embarrassing. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And they was splashing from any which way.
Yeah,
so I'm mad because I actually look forward to seeing that game last night. Like all the rest of the games.
I was like, this is gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that Friday night. I had my bottle of Hennessy. I'm like, all right, cool. We gonna watch a good game, nigga. I had to turn that shit off.
Oh no, I didn't turn it off. No, I TVO'd it. I want to keep that shit for the archives, my guy. What you mean turn it off? I was happy in the month. I was in there with the ice cream talking about, ooh, it's good. I was ready for the work.
Did you record all the Lakers L's then?
Last week.
Listen.
You know what? We're not talking about LA right now. We're not talking about LA right now. We're talking about Toronto.
Oh, I know.
So last week, Giuliano, one of our cohorts, Jack and Panky, all Raptors fans. Which, by the way, I think this podcast needs a little bit of diversity. Okay, we got 4 Raptors fans and 2 LeBron fans. It ain't gonna work for me moving forward. But y'all was trying to act up like it was the Raptors' stellar, immaculate defense that held the Lakers. What happened to that defense last night? And on top of that, y'all tried to make it seem like the Lakers didn't have a bad shooting night. The Raptors defense just shut them down. Is that what happened to y'all? Y'all just got ate up by Boston's ironclad defense, or did you guys have a bad shooting night? Because I seem to recall Fred missing some open threes, Serge Ibaka missing some open threes. I seem to recall a couple of open layups. You know what I'm saying? Like Gasol missed some open. So I'm like, ain't nobody around them. So it's not really defense unless the name of the company that built the stadium that they're playing in or the hotel or whatever. Unless the name of the company is defense, and it's just the building itself. I just don't see it. It had nothing to do with defense. You guys had a bad shooting night. They did not play championship caliber offense. They did not play high school caliber defense. And Jason Tatum had their way with every single person. His way with every person on the court. But isn't that exactly what happened to LA?
Man, as athletes, we're all former athletes here. Some nights you just don't have it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like with the Lakers against the Raptors, it was one of those nights. They just didn't have it. You know what I mean? Even against OKC, because I know you're going to bring that up, Phil, so I'm going to beat you to the punch. You know what I mean? They just didn't have it as a team. You know what I mean? OKC is not known for their defense this year. I mean, they're a decent defensive team, but it wasn't the reason that the Lakers.
That game pretty much surprised me when they played the Lakers like that. Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
surprised
mean,
me.
the Lakers just didn't have it, bro. LeBron shot horrible. Anthony Davis shot horrible.
Hmm.
Caruso shot horrible.
The way
Everybody
I
shot
look at
horrible.
it, the way
You
I
know?
look at it, if you are LeBron James, Anthony Davis, even Henny Smith and Deion Waiters, if your high score is Alex Caruso, you lost.
Oh hell yeah.
There's no two ways about it,
No,
right?
if your high score was JaVale McGee, you definitely lost.
Oh
You
my god.
if your high score is JaVale McGee, then you're a high school volleyball coach.
Pretty much.
And you're not even in the league no more. You're not even in the same sport. All right. But like, yes, I will admit Avery Bradley is a huge loss for the Lakers because he
Huge.
brings a level of defense and an offensive rotation that we need. But we'll survive without him. Right. But it's the same thing. Like I was saying, like if you looked at the day the Lakers played the Raptors, if anyone would have came to me and said AD is only going to shoot. He's going to shoot under 50%. LeBron is going to shoot under 50%. The high score for the Lakers is going to be Alex Caruso, who's shooting at 50%. And Kyle Lowry is going to single-handedly dismantle the Lakers defense with 30 points, 30 plus.
Mhm.
I would have looked at you and said, what's in that? Why is it sparkling then? It ain't supposed to be sparkling.
For real.
Right?
It's a piece of.
But at the same time, if you had looked at me and said, facts, at the same time, if you had looked at me and said, in 3/4 of basketball, the Raptors would only have 57 points on the board, I would have said the same thing. I'm like, that's not true. I'm not even a Raptors fan, but I understand that those guys can play ball. I love Spicy P. I love Steady Freddie. I still think Marc Gasol is the greatest center in the league. So, like, I would have said, nah, ain't no way the Raptors are putting up 20 points a quarter.
Yeah,
But
any NBA team
they did.
Like if any NBA team is shooting like 50 points through 3/4, then either the ball's too heavy, they're shooting on double rims, or they just suck that night.
Yeah. You know, it
Pretty
happens,
much.
man. It happens.
Yeah.
There's some nights you go out there and you just don't have it. You know, what do? You go back to the locker room and you try again the next game. That's it. You can't
Yeah.
dwell on it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, just get back at it the next time. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
what else can you do?
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like analysts, you know, they make too much out of these bad games. You know, you'll hear guys like, I ain't gonna call them by it, yeah, but you'll hear guys, oh my God, I'm so worried about the Lakers, or oh my God, the Raptors. I don't know. Like, come on, man. Everybody's entitled to a few bad games, man. Come on,
Yeah.
man. It's not, you can't dwell on that stuff.
And going back to OKC, the way they played defense against the Lakers, they got blown out by the Grizzlies yesterday, 121-92.
Oh yeah.
And the top
Oh,
performer
yeah.
was the draft pick that we didn't want.
X.
Listen, man, Chewy ain't that bad. I had him in fantasy this year. I mean,
I think
he
when
ain't
first of all-
Kemba Walker. He's definitely not Kemba Walker. But
yeah, but
he's serviceable at best.
Mhm.
Chewy is trash.
now
Okay? We
speak
don't
going
put
with,
that out early and often. Chewy is garbage. Okay? Stop. Just stop it.
Oh my God.
now
Don't do that.
as we look to the West standings, the 8th seed, Grizzlies still hold the 8th seed with 19 points. Blazers right behind them with 20. Spurs with 21. Pelicans and Suns each 21.5. Pretty close. Who do you guys think will take that 8th spot away from the Grizzlies, or will the Grizzlies keep that 8th spot after the seeding games are done?
I mean, I think the Grizzlies just keep it. You know, I don't see any reason for them to lose that spot. If they lose that spot now, in the 11th hour they lose their playoff spot, that would just be an entire embarrassment to the whole franchise.
Honestly,
Like, they
before
should not.
last night, I was kind of like 95% convinced that it would be Portland, but I like what I saw from Memphis last night. They played with a sense of desperation. They played, you know, it's like a quarterback in the NFL. You know, you got a veteran coming in that's going to push you, is going to make you play better because you don't want to lose your spot. That's what I saw from Memphis last night. Like, I saw Ja Morant take his game to another level in the fourth quarter. Valanciunas, you know what I mean? An unlikely hero, you know, putting up big numbers, you know what I mean? And I didn't know how the loss of Jaren Jackson would affect them because that guy is a baller, man. And he's very vital to what they do. But They responded well. They responded really well. So I guess we'll see. I still think Portland might take it, but I got more faith in the Grizzlies based on what I saw last night.
Yeah, there's a big game for Portland today at 1:00 when they face the Clippers. So we'll see how that game goes. So
the Clippers game is going to determine Portland's playoff ability.
I agree.
Exactly. Yeah.
At the end of the day, even if they get into if they take the 8th seed, they're going to meet the Lakers first, and they're probably going to meet the Clippers next.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if they can't hold their own today against the Clippers, mind you, they're going to have to hold their own against a Clippers team that is already playoff full strength. If Portland can't hold their own against a Clippers team that's not pedal to the metal, then they don't deserve to be anywhere near the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And as far as I'm concerned, I love Portland. I love Dame. I love CJ. I think they're a great dynamic duo. Shout out to Melo, but at the same time, like they're kind of streaky for me. You know, they have hot and cold nights. I just can't really. I can't support them in the playoffs this year. I just don't see it.
I think this right now is playoffs for them right now. You know what I mean? Because they're playing for their lives. So like you said, going against a Clippers team that's not really playing for anything, I guess they're just trying to, like Doc Rivers said the other day, they're just trying to find a rhythm for the playoffs. You know what I mean? So going against a team like that, Dame has to show up. CJ has to show up. I mean, Melo has been showing up. I have nothing bad to say about Melo. He's been pretty clutch, you know. So we're gonna see. That Clippers team is dangerous, and I don't know if Portland can beat them, but we'll see.
Can we also talk about Nurkic's yam on Bol Bol 2 nights ago?
God.
Oh my God!
Oh God!
Listen. First of all, that was racism at its finest. Okay, he didn't have to do that to my boy, bro. He didn't. That was. He didn't have to.
Yeah,
do
that was bad. That was bad.
That was gentrification, bro. He didn't have to do that. He had to take that man's pride like that.
Yeah. Hang on, something's happening.
Kobe baptized Dwight Howard in Orlando.
Yeah.
That's what that was. It was just. But you don't usually see a big man like that baptizing another big man. It's usually someone who comes like a high flyer comes flying in by accident. But
pretty much, yeah, that was crazy, man. Nurkic is on a tear. That dude is on a tear right now.
Since he came back from that horrific leg injury, he's been playing very well. Now that they have both Hassan Whiteside and Nurkic healthy, that's a scary paint presence coming into the playoffs. So
yeah,
I think if Portland
the thing with them,
go ahead.
Is like they have such good players. Playoffs. But then you're like, but as a team, like I think Dame should be in the playoffs, but I don't think the Blazers should be in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like I think CJ McCollum and Nurkic should be in the playoffs, but I don't think the Blazers should be in the playoffs. Which is just sad. Maybe they need a new coach.
You know what it is, man? Like, if you look at that roster from top to bottom, you're thinking, okay, they're gonna win at least 50 games, or they might win 55 games. They underachieved tremendously this year. Like they didn't show that sense of urgency from the tip. You know what I mean? It's almost like they were playing around and decide, I'm going to get it together now. Like a kid in school, your teacher tells you you're about to fail. That's when you want to pick it up. Nah, you gotta have it going from the jump.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, finish.
Right.
Exactly.
And another big game for a team battling for that 8th seed today. The Phoenix Suns are putting their undefeated record up against the Miami Heat tonight at 7:30. What are our predictions about that game? That'll be an interesting game. See how
hey, look, I'm going to tell you right now. My man's D Book is going for 40 tonight.
Oh yeah.
Devin Booker's putting up 40. I'm taking the Suns by 10.
Interesting.
Suns by 10. Devin Booker puts up 40, hits a game winner.
Yeah, I definitely think Devin Booker is going to go crazy. That's another team that's desperate right now. They have a chance to make the playoffs, so we're gonna get their best effort tonight. You know what I mean? So I look forward.
You know what it is too. Devin Booker in 2020. Devin Booker is what Dame Lillard was in 2018, 2019. You know what I'm saying? He was a young guard who has superstar ability. He just needs to prove it. He just needs a chance to show what he can do in the playoffs. He just needs a chance to show what he could do in the All-Star game. That's why he took that shot over Kawhi and PG. You know what I'm saying? He's saying, like, listen, I'm not gonna let my team be the reason I don't make it. I'm gonna take the big shot. I'm gonna go for the big kill. And I think tonight, like you said, they have a chance to be in the playoffs. And Devin Booker right now, he's got a shot to say, look, I'm for real about it. I'm the real deal.
Oh yeah.
So I see him going for
I do
40
too.
tonight.
I think the Suns are gonna pull away with that win.
Yeah, and the funny thing is the betting line, Suns are favored by 1.5 to win the game.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the separation will be a little bit more just because I think the Suns are going to want it more.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, it's just one of those games where it sounds about right. It looks like they deserve it.
And then on the other hand, Miami already clinched, so they're not really playing for anything except rhythm, you know. So you're not going to see that same desperation from Miami. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
Even when you look at the team, like the Suns are averaging more assists than Miami by an assist. They're averaging a better defensive stat, like 7.7 steals to 7.3 for Miami. You know, they're averaging just a little bit more points. So these teams are perfectly matched up, right? Mm-hmm. The only difference is the Suns want it more. Their leading scorer, Devin Booker, is averaging more than Jimmy Butler. Their leading rebounder is averaging more. DeAndre Ayton is averaging more than Bam. Their leading assist, Ricky Rubio, is averaging more than Jimmy Butler. It's just like they just want it more, and this is the game for them to say we are coming for our shot.
Now, do you think bringing in a guard like Ricky Rubio, who is kind of more of a pass first, was good for Phoenix?
Absolutely.
Because in the past, all they were drafting were scoring point guards. They had about 4 scoring point guards back to back drafts, and now they bring in a guy like Rubio, who can like slash his way into the paint with the ball and also like kick it out properly, find the open man like Devin Booker.
Think about it like this. When was the last time the Suns were a good offensive team? Who was their point guard?
Steve Nash.
End of discussion.
Yep. You know
they had a good pass first.
Yep. You need a floor general. You need a floor general. Point blank. Period.
Because at the end of the day, Devin Booker can give you points. DeAndre Ayton can give you points, but those guys cannot facilitate.
Yeah, and especially like they can burn out if you don't have a facilitating point guard because they have to create their own shots. They got to work harder, and then run back on defense, right? So when you're on offense, they just have to run the play, get into that spot, and then wait for the ball to get to them, especially Devin Booker. If he's open, spot up, splash, you're good.
Yep.
Exactly. Get to conserve energy like that. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then on defense.
I think it was a good decision for a team. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Very smart. Next question. Do you guys think the Nets will ever clinch the final Eastern spot?
The who?
The Nets.
The NETS Nets?
I thought that standard for Neats, but okay. I didn't even know it was Nets.
So in the East standings, every team, even the 8th seeded Orlando Magic, have clinched a playoff spot except the Brooklyn Nets, who have yet to clinch this playoff spot.
Like ever?
I don't know. There's X's on every East team except the Nets.
Look, man. Here's my problem with the Nets. They are a question mark. The Nets team to me is almost like the gimme team. They're a gimmick in the league. You know what I mean? Like the big news about the Nets in the last couple of years has been what? First big news was, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Joe Johnson. That did not really work out. Mm-hmm. The big news was, new team logo, new team, all that. That didn't really pan out. That nobody give a damn. Then it was, oh, Jay-Z is the owner, Jay-Z running the show. No, didn't nobody give a damn. Then it was, oh, new stadium, Barclays is where it's at. Didn't nobody give a damn. Then, after that, they brought in a bunch of young guys, and they're like, oh, we rebuilding. They had Spencer Dinwiddie. Yeah. Didn't nobody give a damn. Now they got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and they're like, yes, we.
No.
So for me, I'm like, dude, does it matter?
Man, listen.
The Nets are equivalent to the Jets. Don't nobody give a damn.
Listen, they're going to be an interesting team to watch next year, but this year it's like, bro, why are you here? Like, just
exactly. Like, what are you doing?
Just give the spot to somebody else. Like, I don't even want to see them, bro. I'm mad that they got that 8th spot. Like, honestly, somebody else got
facts.
I would have given that spot to Charlotte.
Yeah. Charlotte is way more interesting. Way more interesting right now.
Exactly. And the Wizards somehow
the Nets are to the league what the Jets are, the same way the Knicks are what the Giants are. Like, it's fine, but the Knicks are New York's team. Even though we all hate them, they're still New York's team.
Yeah.
The same way the Giants are New York's team. The Nets, come on, man. The Nets right now are Mark Sanchez butt fumble. That's what I see when I think about the Nets.
Damn.
Let's clip it
tell me
right
I'm
here.
I mean, let's see what happens next year. But for this year, they need to pack it up. Go home.
Next year, there's hope. Next year, there's hope because KD will be back. Kyrie's going to come in, and then maybe they could do something. Spencer Dinwiddie will be back on the court. They'll have a swing player as well.
DeAndre
Next
Jordan
year, we'll see.
Have COVID.
Right now, they've got pieces. But that's the thing. Like, with the Nets, it's always been about what's the headline, what's the story, never what's the box score. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've all been everything about the Nets in the last little bit has been about what new exciting headline is there about the team. Never what's their record.
Yeah, the Nets haven't been like a great team. I feel, in my opinion, since Carter, Kidd, and Jefferson.
Since Vince Carter and Jason Kidd left.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
And
like, they have not been basketball eligible since Vince Carter.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, I don't even. Ain't no even pointing. Like, I don't care what they do, but like you said, like that spot should be given to a team that can actually do something with it.
That makes sense.
They ain't gonna do a damn thing.
Can we also go to off topic? Well, still with the NBA bubble, the virtual fans. What, aside from a fan bringing on a goat live to watch an NBA game, what have you guys spotted? Any other ridiculous things in the virtual fan seating?
I saw a guy playing a ukulele or a guitar at the Jazz game. I'm just looking like, bro, what is these guys doing? I mean, like,
he's trying to get a check.
I guess. I mean, you paid a check for that seat, which makes no damn sense to me. I ain't paying to be on nobody's television, but I mean, hey,
trying to get it back.
It makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like, 'cause it's not the same experience if you ask me. Like, you're sitting at a game and being on Zoom or whatever it is, in the crowd. Like, bro, why would you pay for that? But anyway, hey, that's neither here nor there.
There have been a bunch of cutouts. Like, someone did a cutout of Dirk Nowitzki at a Dallas game. I think someone.
The funniest one was Paul Pierce being.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
Off in the far corner. That was hilarious to me. I like.
And he's just
supposed to be like.
He's like on his couch.
Yeah, man. Like, you're supposed to be one of the greatest Celtics of all time. They shut your ass in the back by Joe and them. Hey.
Did y'all see Shaq at the Clippers? The Shaq at the Clippers game?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? It's all for the game, all for the players right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let those guys who are playing right now still see that there's people who support them.
Yeah.
So you know what? Like, do something crazy. You remember the dude who used to dance at all the T-Wolves games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That white dude, like.
They should bring him.
If that dude was courtside virtual, then I'm pretty sure they would love it anyway. So whatever, man. Like,
of course.
They should reach out to those type of fans.
Yeah, like, shout out. Yeah. Exactly. Because it's hard, man. Like, I know what the difference is playing in front of nobody and having no support, and then getting on the court or getting on the field and seeing some people in the stands who know who you are, know that you work your ass off to get to where you're at, and want to help you succeed. There is a difference. So,
Of course.
Chris Paul's son in the stands on virtual, Jason Tatum's kid, that stuff makes a difference.
And then
Oh, yeah.
Giannis's kid in the virtual pulling on baby mama's hair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Plus, I mean, as a parent, Steph Curry should take notes, but as a parent, you see your kid doing something reckless on TV, you get home, you bust their ass. I'll never forget when Riley Curry did that shit with the microphone in the middle of a press conference. She could not have been my child. I'll tell you that right now. She could not have been my child. I would have put her little ass in a cage right there and said, "You sit down and shut up. I'm at work."
That shit was hilarious.
That was the day when I realized Steph Curry was soft. Two things that made me realize Steph Curry is soft. One, his child made him look like a punk in the middle of an interview. Two, he got mad and threw a mouth guard.
Oh my god.
The only thing worse than throwing a mouth guard at somebody, y'all remember back in the day, Flavor of Love? You remember when Pumpkin spat in New York face?
Oh my god.
That's basically what Steph Curry did. He threw his mouth guard. He just threw spit at somebody.
This nigga here.
So he's pump. So his new name is Pumpkin Curry.
Pumpkin Curry.
Sounds
Curry
like
is actually pretty good.
I was about to say, like, pumpkin curry sounds like a dish that I might kind of vibe with it, but at the end of the day, this nigga name was Pumpkin Curry because he just spat in New York face. That's all that was. He just mad because Flavor Flav told him to wait his turn. That's all.
Yikes.
Speaking of Steph, did you see the video on his page where he was, I think he was sleeping, somebody woke him up. He was like, yeah, I thought I was in Orlando.
Oh, yeah. It was like, you should have woke him up.
Oh,
Yikes.
man.
Yikes.
And then today, I think yesterday or today, he because Joel Embiid signed with Under Armour, Steph Curry did an impression of Joel Embiid with the celebration.
Oh, I didn't see that. I gotta check that out.
Yeah. All right, let's jump off.
After the game last night, they had it was on TNT. Whatever. Draymond was on. He was on with Ernie Johnson.
Yeah.
I've never been so upset in my whole life.
Oh man.
For whatever reason, man, Draymond just doesn't have it. I can't do it.
Yeah. He does. I don't know. Draymond just donkey. Pretty much. He's just donkey.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hmm.
Yeah. I guess he doesn't fact check what he's given or what he sees. He just goes out, oh, this is what I have to say? All right.
Yeah.
He's just a dumbass, man. At the end of the day, if you look like that, then you've already lost. So I think he's just one of those guys. He's just taking his L's as they come.
Damn.
They was on when they announced him. They were like, we're having Draymond, 3-time champion, 3-time All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year. I could say so much more, and I was like, what else can you say? He won 3 championships. Okay. Went to the All-Star game 3 times. Okay. You got Defensive Player of the Year. Okay. Then what?
He's Donkey from Shrek.
Nut kicker extraordinaire.
Yeah. Jersey Ripper extraordinaire.
Like DreamWorks character.
Waffle endorsed.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, what else is there to say? The dude, he looked like he just had a fight with Kimbo Slice and lost. That's what Draymond looked like. What else is there to say? Anyway, let me stop because I feel like the whole world already understands how much I dislike Draymond Green and the entire Warriors. The Warriors team, franchise, execs, coaches, cheerleaders, moppers, ball boys.
This guy's hating on the whole anyone that works in
towel cannons, street signs, stadium. I don't even like California all that much, to be honest with you. Like, they just the whole Bay Area.
Now
Oracle, everybody.
What do you think about the Warriors potentially getting a lottery pick?
I think it sucks.
Man, the Warriors could eat a dick.
I think it sucks.
It sucks because they're gonna get a good player. Clay gonna come back. Steph gonna be back. Draymond gonna start talking that shit again, and then we got to deal with the Warriors in the West all over again. I don't want that problem.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. A part of me fears that happening. I really do fear that happening. Like if they get they go out and they get the ball kid. Oh my god, bro.
The only good thing about the fact that the Raptors won the championship was that they dismantled the Warriors, and I thought that shit was gonna last. But of course, in true Raptors fashion, they did it half-assed. They couldn't dismantle the franchise for good. Terrible. Way to go, Phil.
Hey,
Yeah, you guys were supposed to make Clay leave too, and y'all didn't accomplish that. So yeah, screw y'all.
I mean, we injured him for 18 months.
Yeah, but he'll be back. He'll be back.
Well, but will he? How many players have come back the same after an ACL tear or injury?
Nah, Clay is coming back with a vengeance. That much I can tell you. That he's coming back.
Clay is not really an athletic, dominant player. He's all smooth. You know, he's a shooter, bro. Like, you don't need to be crazy athletic to shoot.
Yeah, his game is not gonna be affected.
I mean, Phil, just look at yourself, man. Use a shooter too.
Oh my god.
Hey, I hit my threes when I need to.
I'm just messing with you, bro. Hey, look, man, I'm gonna sign out. We're gonna come back with it and look at some games today.
Yeah.
You know, the Lakers got a big game today. The Clippers got a big game today with Portland. See how that goes. But for now, I got to call it a day.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually working.
He actually has to go to work. He has to make phone calls. We'll cut it short for today, boys. We'll pick it up again, hopefully, again tomorrow, Monday. Thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Follow these ignorant fools over here on our Instagram in the comments below. It's your boy Phil, Jay, and Figs. Peace.
They're done. Shout out to LA. Lakers, stand up.